Welcome to Superstitions, Traditions, and Definitions. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Carol. And ready to get to it. I have to know.
Ready. She is all kinds of ready. So let's stall for a little bit. Tell us how you're doing.
Me?
No,
or them. Okay.
Don't interrupt.
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay.
All right.
So today we are doing Am I the Asshole? Historical edition.
I think you are.
I usually am.
Yeah.
I'm
Not
okay
the
with
historical edition. This is like daily.
I am daily.
Daily. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's start.
Let's just jump. Let me read to you right now.
I would love to. Let's hear
Okay.
it. I love story time.
Am I the asshole for hiding my wealth during my lifetime and subsequently giving poor directions to its hiding place on my deathbed?
Going from early on, I'm going to say yeah. But let's hear. What are we doing?
I mean, he had no kids or anything.
I don't care. It doesn't mean he get to be a dick.
All right.
Am I wrong?
Who?
Am I?
That is his. That is
No. I'm asking you.
That is his wealth. That's what I'm saying. If he wants to give poor directions,
if it's who I think we're talking about,
who do you think?
I think we're talking about 600 deaths and people looking for this treasure. Am I wrong? 600. Yeah, he's the asshole. Let's hear it. Go ahead.
We're talking about Jacob Waltz.
I knew it.
And maybe,
yeah,
some people have died.
I don't care if he doesn't have any kids.
Looking for his wealth.
He lured people to their doom. He
was on his deathbed.
Well, good. He died.
Trying to tell his people.
Yeah. Don't give me this crap with your hand. Slap it. Bite it.
High five.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's hear it.
I was born.
Tell us.
I was born in Germany, but immigrated to the U.S. in 1840.
Ooh.
Gaining U.S. citizenship in 1861 at 51 years old. I settled in Arizona. I worked mines hoping to make riches, but soon realized mining with hundreds of other miners, even if I found a huge gold ore, I wouldn't get to keep it all for myself.
Creepy.
This realization is what brought me to Arizona. The Superstition Mountains, to be more precise.
Yes.
I started a small farm. In my spare time, I hiked the Superstitions looking for gold. There were legends of a golden city in the mountains and Spanish conquistadors, stashes of riches.
Conquistadors. You don't have to say the Q if you don't want to.
I do want to.
Okay, then say it. Let me hear it again.
Conquistadors.
I like that better, actually.
I like the Qs.
All right. I was just jumping in.
Okay.
Let's hear it. Keep going.
There's stashes of riches hidden there. Legends of ghouls and ghosts killing off the Spanish explorers and warnings from the native Apache tribe kept everyone else from searching them.
Mercy.
It paid off, and I discovered high-grade gold ore. I mined what I needed to live comfortably without drawing attention. I wasn't giving my secret away.
No.
When I would accidentally show my gold, people would try to follow me. I was good at hiding and losing them on the trail. 30 years I kept my secret, but when my homestead flooded and those brothers saved me, it was, in reality, too late.
Which brothers?
Neighbors.
Oh, okay.
They saw his house flooding and got him out of it.
Okay.
And saved his life.
And the way he repaid them was by sending them in the wrong direction.
Now, hold on.
Hold on.
They had a nurse looked after me, the pneumonia stronger than my 80-year-old body.
Mm-hmm.
I sent my new friends back to my home to find my stash there. They found that, a good stash, nearly $15,000 worth of gold. But I wanted to help them even more. After all, I wasn't going to need the mine anymore.
By sending them to their death. What a trooper.
My frail body only had a few weeks left. I tried to tell them as best I could, even drew a crude map. But when the stroke hit me and my ability to guide them further died, they never did find my mine.
No.
Actually led to my nurse giving up, refusing to return to the mountains, and the brothers not speaking to each other for the rest of their lives.
Wow.
No one has ever found my mine. It's still safe, hidden in the superstition.
And you think he's not the asshole?
I'm thinking the poor little guy was 80 years old, on his deathbed, dying
Don't
from
care.
pneumonia,
Good.
had a stroke,
Good.
was doing the best he could to
No.
tell him
No.
it is not his fault they couldn't follow directions.
It kind of is. He gave them wrong directions.
He didn't mean to.
I bet he did. If he gave directions anywhere in the realm of, somebody would have found it by now. Somebody would have found it by now.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
I mean, maybe you're right.
Maybe.
People have been searching for these for 200 years.
I know.
Even before that, there were legends of gold
Yes.
in a golden city.
Do you suppose he really has a mine there, or did he have one someplace else? And he just made this up to create confusion.
I don't know.
I think he created it to cause confusion.
I mean, there's a good possibility. They say that the Superstition Mountains aren't conducive for gold. There shouldn't be gold there. It's volcanic rock and stone.
How about that? So lies.
However,
Oh,
the Apaches,
yes.
they stayed away from the mountain.
Yeah.
Because,
It's
cursed. Bad things happen there.
Yes.
So I don't know, maybe they made up the story too.
I don't think they probably did. I don't think it was probably in their nature to do such a thing.
To save themselves?
I feel that it would take someone who was more of a world traveler to have more of a larger view of, well, we need to keep people out of here. The Apaches would just kill you. Would they not?
I mean, they were. So
yeah, they would. Just answer the question. They would just kill you. They would just kill you if you came in looking for their mine or coming in disturbing their cursed mountain.
Okay, but listen. So the reason he knew of the possibility of a golden city being in the Superstitions, he was mining for gold in Arizona, falls in love with an Apache woman. The Apache woman is the one who told him.
He's blaming her.
No.
No.
The Apaches were angry about it and kidnapped her.
Sounds like a story.
That's legend.
Well,
there really isn't much known about this man.
No, I don't think there is, but there's so much story and lore wrapped up in him, and this, and the hunt, and the location, and the Apaches, and the cursed mountain, and the waterfall, and all this other stuff.
The Lost Dutchman is what they call him. The Lost Dutchman's.
The Lost
Dutchman mine. He wasn't even Dutch. They didn't even get that right.
No, but Dutchman sounds better than this Germanian
the Lost German.
The Lost German mine.
I guess that does sound better.
It kind of just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Lots of people
have died.
Have gotten lost.
And died.
Searching for the Lost Dutchman's treasure.
Yes.
And possibly died and ended up headless.
Who ended up headless? That one I don't think I know.
In the 40s.
Yeah.
There was a man named James A. Cravey. He disappeared in the mid-40s.
Okay.
Somebody went up Superstition Mountain and found his remains headless.
How did they know it was him? Did they check his wallet?
Probably. He probably had his name written in his underwear.
Maybe. Was he that kind of guy?
Probably.
If he's headless, how do they know it was him? They can't check dental records. They can't do any of this.
I don't know.
Okay. That's fine. That's something we can deal with later.
Right. But, okay, so he was a retired photographer.
Oh.
But went in search of the treasure.
Right.
And
came up empty-handed, of course.
Came up empty-handed. Well, didn't come back at all. He was going to walk out of the mountains on this certain day, June something or other, 47, with his arms full of gold.
Did not happen.
And then that didn't happen. So they went and found him.
Okay.
And he was there headless.
And what was left of him?
Maybe his head was there. It just wasn't attached. And that's how they knew it was him. Like a puzzle.
Okay, yeah.
They put the head on the body and they're like, oh, this matches.
That's him, yay. So if he was beheaded, then who done it?
The ghosts and ghouls of Superstition Mountains.
Whatever. Who did it?
The ghosts and ghouls.
No, they didn't.
You don't know.
I do too.
You've never been there.
Oh, neither have you.
I haven't.
No.
I'm not going.
Are we going to put it on the list? with New Orleans and all this other crap that we're supposed to do. I mean, all this other interesting. Yes. What? You're making a face. You're not going to the Superstition Mountains?
I am not walking in there. I have heard the superstitions of the mountains, and I like my head.
Is he the only one that was beheaded out of the 600 that have died?
Probably no.
Why would you say probably no?
I mean, 600 is a lot. What's the likelihood only one is beheaded?
Probably pretty good. I think our odds are with us. We should go. Give it a try. See which one of us makes it out alive.
Okay. So far, I don't see any other that lost their head.
Okay. See, there we go. Odds are with us.
So, okay. Maybe he was the only one, but maybe not. We don't know.
But who did it?
Lots of...
Besides the ghosts and ghouls. Do they have any theory?
The Lost Dutchman.
That's the name of the mine. The mine didn't rise up and cut his head off.
The ghost...
Did it? No.
Of...
Probably not.
What is our guy's name?
Jacob.
The ghost of... I want to call him James. The ghost of Jacob Waltz.
Don't call him James.
He doesn't like that.
No.
He had a partner named James.
Oh, maybe James is the one who cut this guy's head off.
James Wise.
Maybe. Was that not his partner? Sounds like his brother, if they have the same last name.
He didn't. Jacob Waltz, James Wise.
Oh, Waltz.
Yeah.
They'll start with W. Maybe
Yeah.
they were in school together. They would have
He disappeared.
Together. James did?
Mm-hmm.
In the mine? In the mountains?
Yeah, somewhere.
No.
Somewhere he disappeared and was never seen or heard from again.
Interesting.
Lots of speculation.
I'll bet he found all the
Jacob
gold and then he ran away. What was the speculation?
That Jacob offed him to keep the gold.
Sure.
When they found the mine together.
Jacob strikes me as that kind of guy. He's already led 600 people to their death.
Jacob did it. Maybe these brothers that he told the secret to, maybe they had a bad sense of direction.
Maybe not. Maybe they killed everybody coming looking for it.
Maybe they're hiding up there.
Still to this day?
To this moment, right now, taking care of.
Cutting heads off and stuff. I'm going to say that's probably not likely.
You don't think so?
No.
But we don't know for sure, do we?
What else do we know about the Apache? I think that's interesting.
Are you trying to blame the Apaches?
No. I'm trying to say I know that they're part of the story.
They are part of the story.
Yes. The idea is that they are, trying to hide the mine from people, but why would they care?
It was a sacred place to them.
Because it was shiny. You don't know.
Maybe they like shiny.
Well, who doesn't like shiny? I like shiny.
I do too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a sacred place to them. Somebody, supposedly, Miguel Peralta, discovered the mine and began mining the gold, but was massacred by the Apaches in about 1850.
No kidding. He discovered the mine, but nobody knows where it's at. They just know he was murdered. Okay.
A doctor who treated the ailing and wounded Apache men was blindfolded and taken there to their sacred gold place and shown as a thank you, and got to collect some gold and go on about his business. He is either was, because it's been a minute. It's been a minute. He's not nothing right now. He told the story,
right,
but wouldn't even pretend like he could get back there.
Well, he probably wanted to keep his head.
I mean, heads are important.
They
it's not
are
like a finger.
Fingers are important too.
But you could live without them.
But I'd like to keep them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah. So he, knew he got the gold as a thank you, and out of respect for the Apaches and probably fear, would not share. Other than it was in Superstition Mountains. The Apaches were incredibly protective of it. It was important to them because there were fertile places in the mountains, and it was a good place to hide. So
if nobody can find it, it is a good place to hide if you know where it's at.
Right. So to them, especially in he came to the U.S. in 1840. 1848 is when gold was discovered in California. It's the 49ers.
Yep.
So at this time, the Apaches, there's an influx of people coming.
Oh,
so
travelers.
Right.
Pilgrims.
Yeah, people migrating to the area, which is going to, and they, I'm sure, know, going to push them out of their land.
Sure.
So that was one reason that there was fertile areas up there for farming and
so that makes more sense.
Right.
I get it now.
stronghold where they could hide and see who's coming. So,
Oh, okay. It's a hiding place.
right.
Never mind the gold. It's just hard to find.
It's hard to find.
It
And it
happens
was
to be gold there.
a protective place for the Apaches. The Apaches claimed that in the Superstition Mountains was a, I don't know, like entrance to the underworld.
Oh, they don't want you to find that.
They don't want you, no, you don't want to find that.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
whether or not they really believed that or just as a way
people believe
to.
that there are portals to hell on Earth now.
Right.
Which,
They do. And
yeah.
I
Interesting theory.
believe places hold energy.
Sure.
And it can seem that way of something like Gettysburg. I mean, think of
yeah.
all of the death and suffering that happened there.
Vicksburg, Bermuda Triangle, all these places
Right.
that have electricity, or just
Right.
an energy. You're right. Yep.
So, I mean, whether or not it's a gate to hell or
right,
just a place that has seen a lot of violence and carries that memory.
Like Gettysburg.
I mean, if water
Vicksburg.
carries memory, Earth would carry it too.
Right.
So,
yep.
But the Apache tribe had people convinced there was a gate to hell or a underworld entrance, or
so they stayed away.
So they stayed away and didn't find where they were surviving and hiding and living. Which is, that's how legends get started. Somebody says, hey, we can't go up there because, and by the time it gets passed down, it's, what if it's really because there's this city of Atlantis made of gold up there and they're just not wanting us to find that. Right. And then it just morphs and morphs and morphs. Yeah.
Yeah. Better go find that. Let's give that a shot. Mm-hmm. Nobody else has found it. Maybe I will.
Right.
Yeah. And then 600 dead people later.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
Not the brightest.
No.
Especially, I mean, it's Arizona.
Mm-hmm. It's hot.
It is hot.
Mm-hmm. Snakes.
And
scorpions.
Right.
Things that will kill you.
Things that are poisoned and you want to eat
lions.
you.
Yep.
Not to mention the heat. There were people, a group of 3. It was in 2009. High school boys, I believe. Uh-oh. And I want to say there were 3 of them that went into the Superstition Mountains and never came back.
Oh.
And the park ranger thinks that, with the heat and that.
Sad.
It is. I mean, it's still, to this day,
claiming people. Don't go there.
Yeah. So whether
or
not there really is
Superstition Mountains
secrets up there, it was a stronghold for the Apache tribe.
There we go.
It was a place of existence for them where they thought they would be safe. And
I'm sure they were.
And I'm sure they were for a long time. Eventually, we know that they weren't, and they were relocated, but they violently relocated. They fought hard.
Yeah, as Apache would.
They weren't which is how they got their fierce and deadly. They just didn't want to leave their land.
And who could blame them?
Right. Other tribes, signed treaties and whatever to cede land to them. And like the Cherokees, they wouldn't sign. Mm-hmm. And so they were forced down the Trail of Tears. There was a tribe in your area that was taken.
Iowa?
Yeah.
Black Hawk?
It wasn't Black Hawk. I can't remember which it was, but Choctaw and Cherokees, they went down the Trail of Tears. Okay. The one from your area was called the Trail of Death.
Oh my. Iowa has a Trail of Death. Mm-hmm. I don't recall ever learning about that.
I don't think it originated in Iowa, but they passed through there.
Really?
But
interesting.
A lot of tribes they signed treaties with the U.S. to give, you can have my land here, and we will relocate to this land here. Mm-hmm. And then oil was discovered.
And then they just keep on moving you down the line.
Mm-hmm. And
to try to find something that's not valuable. Gotcha.
So, I mean, the Apaches, they have the reputation of being violent and mean,
But
they probably weren't.
just protective.
Yeah, they didn't just come after people until
Until they didn't have any choice.
Yeah, we're coming after them. I mean,
Right.
they obviously did everything they could to stay in their area, even finding a place that nobody else wanted up in mountains.
Maybe they're still up there.
And maybe there are. Maybe there are still Apaches up
That
there,
would be
tribes
something.
up there.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe that's why people disappear.
Maybe so.
We don't know.
So
I ain't gonna go find out though.
Nope. I say he's the asshole. I just do. You know?
Right?
Yeah.
And,
I don't care for the dude.
Maybe this whole story is made up and he had found his gold elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. Hauled it with him.
Mm-hmm.
Decided to say, look up here instead of looking over there.
Right. But if you're on your deathbed, why would you not? Why? Why not tell?
Because you're a jerk.
Or maybe he just couldn't remember and he had told the story so much that
maybe he's just a jerk. What do you think? I think he might be just a jerk.
I mean, that's a possibility
Yeah,
too. But he's also 80 years old.
You're trying to see the best. You're trying to see the best in this guy.
Having told this story
just like you always do.
Times.
It's such an irritating trait of yours to try to find a way to make someone not the asshole. Come on now, girl.
I never met him, so I can't.
Well, you did all this research.
I did.
Did you skew it so that we would think he was the asshole and then maybe he wasn't?
No, I wrote down exactly as it was reported.
Okay, then we've come to our
I
decision.
left out the Apache woman because some articles and things, there wasn't a lot known about him. So they don't know for sure that she existed.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with the partner.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know for sure there really was.
Just be part of the legend.
Right.
That we're
so I left
about.
those parts out and only wrote what the bulk of everything said.
Gotcha. He's the asshole.
But supposedly that's how he knew about the gold in the Apache.
Is that she told.
And
maybe she did. Maybe she didn't.
And maybe she didn't exist.
Maybe not.
We don't know for sure.
Nope. But it's a good story.
We don't even know that his gold came from there.
It's a good story.
It's a good story.
It is.
And has been for
a long time.
Almost 200 years.
Yep. And
almost 600 deaths of people looking for the lost Dutchman's gold.
Ooh.
Even though he was German.
Yep. Anyway,
let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, he's an 80-year-old man on his deathbed.
We need your thoughts on him being the asshole, so jump on in
the comments. Let us know. Come back on Saturdays for Am I the Asshole Historical Edition? And on Tuesdays. Tuesdays.
What did we used to do on Thursday?
The interviews. Or when we do interviews.
When we get back to that.
We
need to do that.
It's been a minute.
It has been.
Those will be on Thursdays.
All
Superstitions on Tuesdays.
That's Tuesday. Superstitious Tuesday. Come see us.
Do it.
Mm-hmm. You know you want to.
Yeah. I don't know why, but you do.
No, just come and hang out.
That's right.
That's all we care about.
Uh-huh.
All right, cool.
She loves you.
I do.
I have a fondness.
She does.
Mm-hmm.